$16,000. That's net. God, I don't even want to know what the gross is going to be on that. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is 5:35 a.m. on a Monday, as you can guess. We're getting the vlog roll. I'm gonna get some coffee. I'm running on maybe 3 hours of sleep, so I might have to lace this coffee with cocaine to get me up and at it. We got about 3 inches of snow last night in the great state of Illinois, so I'm gonna have a little journey getting to the office. We'll see when I get there. Ladies and gentlemen, if you live in, of course it's not on. Damn it. I was hoping my remote started kicked in, but it has not. If you live in California, oh, how do I envy you. Ah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, after a long and treacherous journey, we have finally made it to the office, get some lights on. And now it's time to do the traditional routine, which is fill up my jug of water, because I still have it. I haven't been as consistent with drinking a gallon a day the past couple of days because I haven't been sleeping. So I've been replacing water with caffeine, which is not a good idea on any scale. But what am I doing? So what's gonna happen is I'm gonna fill up my water, and then I'm gonna tell you guys a couple of things that are really, really weighing on my mind, affecting my business, whatever you want to call it. But I think it's super important to share with you guys. So stay tuned, and I'll tell you that in literally the next scene. While I get the day started, please start your day by clicking the subscribe button and liking this video. It really means a lot to me. I can't be famous and successful if you guys don't support me. So to the ones that are subscribed, you're the greatest. To the ones who haven't, please do. All right, it's time to get a little personal here, ladies and gentlemen, and kind of explain exactly why I had only 3 to 4 hours of sleep last night, because all I could think about was losing. How much are we gonna lose this time? $16,000. That's net. God, I don't even want to know what the gross is gonna be on that. But we have the potential to lose 2 deals this week, and I'm very, very nervous and terrified, frightened, and anxious, to be honest. But here's what's going on. What really, I think, separates my videos with other agents or real estate vlogs you see is I'm kind of in the trenches. I'm not successful yet. I'm kind of building up to it. So when a deal falls through for me, you know, that could be the only deal I have that month. For example, this month, I was fortunate enough to have 3. So I've had 1 already closed, which is great. But the other 2 that were closing were the bigger deals. And I need them to go through. So what separates me, I feel, is that I'm actually showing you the process, whereas most agents who are vlogging that I've seen have already made it through the process, and they're kind of like sharing their expertise, etc., etc. But here's what I'm feeling at the very, very moment. The reason I can't sleep is because we got 2 deals that are hanging on by a thread. And when you get into the business, you will notice that almost all deals are smooth until you get to the week of closing. That's when a lot of extensions are requested. That's when you realize there's certain issues that need to be addressed that the lenders didn't quite let you know about. The list goes on, the list goes on. So that's why whenever I have a closing the week prior, I'm on edge, right? And I wish I could figure out a way to not be this way, like whereas the deal is closing, but I don't care if it closes or not. Because I do. Obviously, I want to make money. Now I want my clients to have their house or sell their house, whatever the case is. So one deal, here's what's going on. One deal, I'm on the list side for $410, and everything seems to be good on that end, but we have not yet received the clear to close, and they keep asking for extensions because they're trying to source gift money, which in real estate, let's say your brother's buying a house and you want to give him money, you want to gift them money for the down payment, that's not a problem. But the issue is, if you gift them money, you have to provide, the lender wants to see the bank statement of the person receiving the money and the bank statement of the person sending the money, so you can see that money pretty much exchanging hands. That causes some problems, because then you have people who never are not buying a house having to provide bank statements, and that gets some people uncomfortable. So I'm hoping that's not the case with my listing, and that the buyers are going to get it done and life is good. Moving on to the second deal, which is looking rocky. It's I'm on the buy side. We're at for $350, I believe. And I had warned the client. This was a group, this was 4 brothers buying a house for their family. And I had warned them ahead of time. I'm like, listen, I know there's 4 of you. I'm sure you've been saving up money. Under no circumstance do you use cash. Do not use cash. Don't deposit cash. Don't use cash. You know what they did? They used cash, which causes a problem because cash is the only thing you can't source. Now you could say, well, I took it out of my account. Great. Go ahead and prove that to the government. So they really don't care where you got the money from. If it's cash, it is damn near impossible to trace. So you can't use it as part of your down payment, which means you have to come up with more money than you like pretty much double what you initially anticipated spending, and to actually qualify for the loan. Doesn't mean you're going to spend double. You still have to show that you have that money and they've sourced it. So that's the problem we're having right now. We're going through 5 different people's bank statements, trying to trace all the money because there's small deposits, adding up to $30,000. And man, I do not want to lose this deal, ladies and gentlemen. But that's where we're at. And I couldn't sleep last night because all I could think about was solutions and how I can kind of, any creative way I can figure out to fix the issue, whether maybe we would go for a different type of loan, etc., etc. But yeah, that's what we're working with. And sometimes whenever I have deals falling through, I don't know, I can't sleep. And that's why I'm running on 3-4 hours. And yeah, so stay tuned. Here's what's going to happen now. As usual, as any Monday, we're going to look up houses for my buyers, do a little bit of email back and forth. And then since we got these 2 deals right on a little thin line, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get on the phone with my attorney because I do a Monday checkout with my attorney. And then I'm going to get on the phone with the lender and kind of put some heat on them to make sure we get this deal closed. And it's Veterans Day, but we're still working because there's no such thing as a holiday in real estate. And just so you have a point of reference on where the day is at this time, it is 8:14 a.m. So I will not be making any phone calls at the very moment. So we're going to do a lot of the admin work, all the stuff that I've been neglecting to do. And I have a lease that's supposed to be moving in December 1st that we still haven't gotten a signed contract for. So we're going to be going for that. All right, so it is currently, do this every time. Check the time before you start the video. All right, here it is. It is 9:12 a.m. and I pretty much got everything done out the way. I have the list I need to call. And we're going to actually do something different today with the cold calling, which I am so happy that I'm doing now. And that is getting on a FaceTime with somebody else that's cold calling in a different state. That way I'm not bored out of my mind when I'm literally just like this for like 2 hours. I could be actually talking to somebody, listening in. They could be listening. We could get some feedback, etc. So we can have. So here's what's happening. It is 10:33, and we're gonna start cold calling. We have 136 people to go through, and I'm waiting for, I guess, cold calling partner to get on the phone. He's dragging, and he's gonna watch this vlog. So Brandon, you should be ashamed of yourself for making me wait. And I still haven't heard from my lender or attorney. It's my attorney's birthday today, so I'm not gonna stress him out too much. But the lender, I imagine, is waiting to get some news before he calls me. So I am also impatiently waiting. See, not patiently, impatiently, because your mind starts to wonder. When you're left in the unknown, your mind starts to wonder. All right, my good people. So I just finished calling. Here are the numbers for today. It's only 11:45 a.m., so I still have so much time. We got 130 households called. That's a total of 190 phone numbers. 10 contacts, so I got to talk to 10 people, told them I'm in real estate, asked them what I could do to help, and then left 73 voicemails. It took about an hour and 6 minutes of dialing. God bless the triple line dialer. Now it's lunchtime because I am starving, and we got a little bit of Muay Thai later today, so that's what we got to prepare for. And something happened in between the last time I recorded this and now. I'm a little bit more active, I'm more energized, and I think the reason being is I kind of forgot about those 2 deals that were stressing me out, and I kind of got into my work and continuing out with my schedule. So here's another, I guess, point proven why having a set schedule is so damn important, because it does not allow you to panic or kind of miss things or et cetera, et cetera. This distracted me a little bit. I think I came up with the way where if a deal is falling apart, I have figured out a way to not let it affect my day. And here's what I'm going to try to do. I'm going to try to assume the deals are already lost, right? So just deal with it and move on. Because if they're lost, I would have just dealt with it and moved on. It literally would not have bothered me as much as if they were hanging by a string. So if you assume the deal is gone, but you still do everything you can to try to save it, and if you do save it, it's all gravy. That's the way I'm approaching it. So it's a little bit less stress. That's what I say. Anyhow, let's go get some lunch. I'm thinking about Chipotle today because I want something healthy, and doctor says I can't have fried food. So we're going to go to Chipotle, get us a bowl with the tortilla on the side. See you later. Friends, it is 12:35 and I still have not gone out to lunch. So what have I been doing the last 45 minutes? Well, I'll tell you. I've been on the phone going back and forth with my lender trying to get this deal to close with the, $20,000 cash showing up out of thin air. But it's got me thinking of how important it is to actually have a team that you work with. Like, for example, as a realtor, we don't pay the lenders, right? We work together because without the lender, my buyers can't get loans. And and without us, the lenders can't get buyers, right? So it's I scratch your back, you scratch my back kind of situation. So it's very important that you have people on that side of the fence that are very good, hardworking. They actually give a crap, because any lender may have like 13 deals, right? And if one of those 13 deals is a nightmare, they may not want to deal with it. They may just like let it fall apart. But for you, that could be your only deal, because you're going to be making $6,000-7,000, where lenders probably, I don't know how much. And my Bluetooth kicked in and the camera stopped. But anyhow, what I was saying was, so it's important to actually have people on your team that give a crap and will, work their ass off and get on the phone with you for 30 minutes while you're yelling at them, cussing them out. I'm just kidding, I'm not cussing them out. But we were having a very frustrating conversation, and he was amazing. He's an amazing guy. So if you're in the Chicago lender, let me know. I got a lender for you. Same for the attorney. So that's what's been going on. Day's been a little rocky. So right now we're going to go grab Chipotle, come back, relax a bit. Okay, so I'm back in the office and just heard back from a lender. We have come up with a solution that might just work. If we can do it right, it should work. What we came up with, because what we know, we looked at what we know. Okay, this is how I solve all my problems. We look at what we know. We know that they deposited a large amount of cash. There's no way you're gonna hide that. What we also know is they didn't get the cash illegally. It's honestly their money. They've been saving for 2 years, and that we know for 100% fact. So I'm like, okay, if we know this for a fact, then in theory, and everybody knows it's their money. It's never, no one, obviously these people are not like drug dealers, they're clearly not trying to launder money. So what we came up with was to do a affidavit. So an affidavit is going to simply state, listen, this is exactly what happened in the last couple of years, et cetera, et cetera. We've saved this much money, we deposited, blah, blah, blah. So I got to write all this out in a letter, have it signed and send it to the lender, and then see if we can get that approved. He spoke to the underwriter, which is the person that like does the sign off on the loans, and they said it might work. So we're going to pray to God that it does. Well, ladies and gentlemen, real estate is truly a crazy, crazy business. All morning, you guys have been hearing me talk about these 2 deals that might not close. I'm worried, I'm anxious, I'm nervous, et cetera, et cetera. How am I going to pay my bills? $16,000, yada, yada, yada. Now, in the very same day, matter of fact, same afternoon, we got the clear to close on my listing, which was the more expensive one at $410,000. So that's happening, knock on wood, and, as long as no catastrophe occurs in the next 3 to 4 days, we should be good. And the other deal, it seems like we're going to be able to save it. So, wow. I'm so happy I was able to capture all of this in one vlog in one day, because these things happen. And it's crazy. And now, I totally forgot about the fact that I couldn't sleep last night, that I've been tired all morning, that I've been worried all morning. Completely forgot about it because we made it to the promised land. So I say that because at the end of the day, it's all worth it. Now we're going to go ahead and call some expires, because why not? I got time on my hands, and I'm also have to follow up for one of my buyers. So yeah, let's get to it. And we are back. Ladies and gentlemen, I really need to check the time before I do these vlogs. It is 4:40 p.m. We got training at 6 o'clock. It's about a 35-minute drive. So we have about an hour left. From the last time you saw me to now, all I did was a couple of phone calls, a couple of small ticky-tacky stuff. I wrote down, instead of letting my clients write the affidavit, because I'm a little bit more skilled with the written word, I ended up writing it myself, sending it to them for signatures. And then I'm going to be honest with you, I got on TikTok, and then I stayed on TikTok. That app is a big thing. That's how I know it's the next big thing. I literally get on it, and I'm so entertained that I stay on it. And I don't want to leave. If I go on TikTok, I could be on TikTok for 2 hours, no problem. Wouldn't even notice it. I don't even spend that much time on Netflix anymore. I watch one show, I'm bored, right? But I'm on TikTok every 15 seconds, I'm switching. That's crazy. But that's what happened. And now I think I'm just going to take it easy for a little bit. I think I have one more modification form to fill in, and that's it. and we can wrap up the day. That's Monday for you. And oh my God, this I think has been the most, even though I've been in this chair most of the day, it's the most eventful vlog. So if you liked it, like, comment, subscribe, leave some feedback. Let me know what you think. Share some stories you've got, and stay tuned for more content. We're so close to that 1,000. I think last I checked, we were like, what, 874? And that's going to be great. I'm excited. I hope you guys are enjoying the content as always. Any questions, you know, you can always reach out to me. Enjoy and have a good day.